Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for a controversial view. Now, because it's February, the month of love and apparently bondage, we're going to be talking about 50 Shades of Grey. Now, my history with this film is pretty much non-existent. I mean, the books were immensely popular, which turned into, of course, films like this one, and I think it was 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Free, I believe, was the last one. And I have seen all of those. I did rent them, probably from Redbox, with my wife when they came out. It's okay. Not really my style, but, they're not bad films. The first one is probably the best one in my opinion, but it's been a while since I've seen them. So in watching this with Joe, we watched the unrated edition because I had never seen it. I had only seen the theatrical edition of the film. And, of course, the controversy is the content of the film, the whole bondage aspect. Yeah. So there are some other things I wanted to talk about, which is we're going to start there with our other controversies, besides, of course, the content. One of the first ones is Jamie Dornan, who played Mr. Grey, refused to do full frontal. Now, of course, Dakota Johnson, when you do see any kind of pubic region on her, it's mainly in the unrated edition. So, they kind of followed suit in a way. This was banned in India and only shown heavily censored. This was also shown in the Philippines with blurs over, of course, certain parts. Now, this was also banned in Nigeria altogether, and it was banned in Kenya. And anyone who was distributing it or caught showing it would be prosecuted. Okay, apparently Jamie Dornan visited a sex dungeon to prepare for the movie. Yeah, it's a tough life being an actor, let me tell you. And this one I thought was it was funny, that the sex toy and the BDSM related injuries spiked after the novels were released. Yeah, it's not surprising. What did surprise me, though, is how many people they looked at to play Mr. Grey and the Dakota Johnson part, Eve, Emma, or something like that. I can't remember her name now. But they looked at Garrett Hedlund, Chris Evans, James Franco, Henry Cavill, Adam Levine, Ryan Gosling, and Robert Pattinson, just to name a few of people that they actually looked at. Now, as far as the women go, they looked at Imogen Poots, Danielle Panabaker, Emma Watson, and Emilia Clarke. Now, Emilia Clarke actually didn't do the film because she had done nudity in the first season of Game of Thrones. And I guess she didn't want to get pigeonholed in doing just nudity. This runs 2 hours and 9 minutes for the unrated version and 2 hours and 5 minutes for the theatrical cut. And, there's not really much difference. I think they said that the theatrical cut of the film included 14 minutes and 17 seconds worth of sexual scenes. But, there is more to it than that. In case anyone's curious about 50 Shades of Grey, it's not a bad film. It took a lot of heat, of course, and I think the reason why it took a lot of heat is because the novels were considered so graphic, and even the simplest things like Jamie Dornan not doing full frontal, I think disappointed a lot of people. So, I mean, it is what it is. You're not going to please everyone, and in order to get this movie seen and even get it close to the way the book was described to me anyway, it would have had to have had an NC-17, which of course eliminates a lot of your potential viewers right there. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely check this one out. You know, it is February, the month of love, I guess. And if not, like Joe always says, we watch them so you don't have to. But don't forget to check out his controversial view for 50 Shades of Grey. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.